Finding tests and measurements can be challenging. Psychological instruments that are used in research are difficult to find because libraries do not collect individual tests. Many are proprietary, they require permission of the creator to use, and multiple copies are needed for distribution. In addition, many instruments are created and used in research articles, but the actual instrument is never published. So it is necessary to contact the author of the article to request a copy of the instrument and permission to use. One tool that we do have in the library is something called a database called PsycTests, which is available from the American Psychological Association. Many, but not all entries in PsycTests will have PDF copies of the instruments. So to get to it, you go to Databases. You look through the alphabetical listing up here at the top and click on P, and then scroll down to an entry for PsycTests. When you click on PsycTests, it takes you into the APA PsycNet platform. You can see what databases you're searching by clicking on Select Databases. And these are the other databases we have through American Psychological Association. But today we're searching PsycTests. So the first thing I'm going to do is put in my search terms. I'm looking for social isolation in adolescence. So I'm putting social isolation together with quotes, which means that has to come back to me as a phrase. And I'm going to go ahead and search. When the results come back, I get 250 hits. I can use this left column to limit to all kinds of different limits. One of the limits I can use is by age group. So I can limit here to adolescence, which is going to give me 56. The other thing I want to especially use, one of the real advantages of using PsycTests is that there is a permissions field. So there are some that have, for example, require that you must contact the corresponding author for permission to use, or the publisher. But there also is a set you may use for research and teaching purposes without permissions. So I'm going to click on that, and that's going to give me 23 results. So here I can start looking through what came back, and I'm going to look at the Ostracism Experience Scale for Adolescents. When I click on this title, it takes me to a record which describes this particular resource. It's a rating scale. It gives me a description and the author information. Clicking on Show More will also give me more information. It does give me information about scoring. Scoring is such that higher scores reflect higher levels of perceived ostracism. This measure consists of 11 items. So it also gives me validity information so that it's been tested, and the test methodology. The other thing I can do is come up here to where it says Source Citations. Clicking on Source Citations, I see the original research article that was published that used this particular instrument. The last thing I want to show you is the PDF. When I click on PDF, I get, once again, the description, but as you scroll down, you'll see here is the actual Ostracism Experience Scale for Adolescents, and it's there to be used. Okay. Advantages to PsycTests is that you can limit retrieval to tests that already have permissions for educational use. It does give you direct links for research on reliability and validity, and information on the creators and who to contact if you need permissions. The disadvantages is that not all of the tests have PDFs, and not all the PDFs have scoring information. So this is a brief introduction to one resource the library provides for finding psychological instruments for research. Please contact your subject librarian for more information.